Pickaxe.
Join us at patreon.com/castparty for a whole plethora of exclusive goodies. 5-day early access to every Cast Party episode, including Nocturne, ad-free episodes, behind-the-scenes info, exclusive bonus monthly one-shots, access to our community Discord, where our community plays D&D games together, has game nights, and hosts so much more, all for less than the price of a single cup of coffee per month. Aren't convinced? Try out a free trial. 7 days free to check out the content that we offer only exclusively on our Patreon. Patreon.com/castparty. Support your favorite D&D podcast, all while getting some awesome perks. Patreon.com/castparty. See you there, casting crew.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Cast Party. My name is Colin McManus, and I will be your director for today. I am joined by Ryan McManus.
Hi, Ryan McManus, playing Bjorg Jorgensen, the Jew of debauchery.
Anna Brisbane.
Lenore Devere, Chaos Fairy, excited to push all the buttons.
Nigel Deacon.
Hiya, I'm Nigel, playing Jackal Campman, the leper loner striving for companionship and who has lost control.
Oh, Vince Perino.
I, Vince Perino, playing Tevin Alkin, the mechanism of discovery, reconstructing memories one piece at a time.
Raquel Skellington.
Hi, everybody. I'm Raquel Skellington. I play Poppy, the tender-hearted giant.
And Luis Carrazzo.
Hi, everybody. I'm Luis Carrazzo, and I'm playing Santos the Glavinator.
Last time, you all leveled up to level 5 as you took your long rest across Twin Rivers. Tevin was in his room where he dreamt of the building once more. This time he heard a dog which appeared in front of him and chased a squirrel through the front yards of many different houses. The door to this house, however, opened and a blurry being said, "Whitaker, go get him." The door slammed closed, jolting Tevin awake before Desmond told him that they had somewhere to be. Poppy ended her meditation on the floor outside Pop's room. When she went downstairs, there was a note from Pop saying that criminals aren't always bad, sins aren't always sins, and that she must follow her own morals. He also urged her that he would be just fine here alone and that he has helpers to assist in running the farm. There was also a symbol of a scorpion at the bottom of the page. As Poppy finished getting ready, an old man knocked on the door delivering muffins for Lenore and company. Poppy grabbed them, read the note that said their rabbit friend will forever depart, and rushed to find the others. She stopped by Alkin, but there was no lights on and no sign of Tevin. She did, however, find a disguised Lenore at Henrik's and delivered the muffins and the other notes to the others. Santos and Bjorg had just finished sending Corvus to Linnea with the information that Santos had found out about the kidnappings, as well as Paprika to be a witness. The group of you headed towards this old Stormbringer factory where Jackal is supposed to be, and all the while Tevin was taken to an abandoned building, downstairs and through a tunnel to a metal door, where he found himself inside a large metal room with opaque windows on one side. Desmond and an odd-looking human spoke in this room about a test and mass production after figuring out a power issue. Tevin, feeling uncomfortable, secretly loaded his gun. The others arrived at the front of the factory, buffed up, and followed a trail of muffin crumbs inside. The crumbs led to the statue with Bjork's face and a staircase going downward. The top of the stairs were alarmed, and when stepped on, projected the sound of a waterfall with screams underneath. At the bottom of the stairs, you all saw Jackal on a moving floor, electrical pylons bursting with lightning, a deep pit separating you and Jackal, and Darian standing in front of this pit, halberd in hand. 2 Solana appeared as the lights went on in the viewing platform, and you saw Tevin and Desmond watching from overhead. And of course, the largest metal creature you have seen fell from the ceiling, and as it impacted, you watched Jackal awaken and grow massive and angry. Now the group of you are at the bottom of the stairs, Lenore still invisible. The Solana and Darian take defensive positions in between you and a now raging Jackal. You watch as the large metal being reels its fist back, posturing to hit your rabbit friend. Tevin, the opaque glass in front of you has turned clear. Looking out, you see the others with Darian in between them and Jackal. You're about 15 feet in the air and behind thick glass, though you see a door leading out to a metal balcony just on the other side of the glass. You hear Desmond say, "Magnificent. This is our future, Tevin. We made this happen." He laughs and pushes his face against the glass to get a better view. And so the scene is set. Question is, what did you all get for initiative?
Not great.
2, baby.
Oh, I beat you. 3.
15 for Santos.
Oh, I got a dirty 20.
Dirty 30.
Oh, boo. Boo.
Nat 1, so 4 for me.
Before we jump to the top of initiative, I do want to do just a quick little reminder of the battlefield. Not only do you guys have a decent chunk of area between where you and Darian are, about 20 feet. Darian and the two Solana are taking defensive positions. Then there is about a 15-foot gap in the floor. And then there's this big open expanse of all of these tiles that are ever shifting in this large square area. This is where Jackal is and the large metal being are, as well as you see 4 metallic pylons that are sticking up through the floor, and they have this electricity that is just bursting. That includes electricity bursting on the back of this being. He has 2 large lightning rods coming out of his shoulders. As it stands up near one of these pylons, you see it arc to him. And first up, we got our raging Jackal.
Okay, so I got a quick question. Mechanically, am I already in a rage?
Mechanically, yes.
Okay, so I assume basically on all fours as this thing is about to come swinging down on me. There's nothing but rage written on my face, on my body, but I am still calculating. I'm doing a real quick disengage, jumping out of the way from where this thing is, and I'm sprinting down at this pylon that's down here. I'm taking a big swing at it. I don't have any weapons, so this is just me like basically tackling this pylon.
If you'd like, there is machinery all over the place. This place is pretty run down. If you want to grab like a long piece of metal.
Beautiful. I would love to do that. I will go down to the far side of it. As I'm going by, I'm taking a big swing with the improvised hoopak. That's a 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
This is just 7 bludgeoning to this thing.
Smack into a glass casing and it shatters and there are sparks.
I'm gonna turn back to the big metal beast.
You're gonna have to be faster than that to get me.
I'm just beckoning it towards me.
We are to Poppy.
Right in front of me is Desmond, and so the Solana, they're only carrying swords, right? Like they don't have any ranged on them.
The Solana are wielding great swords, and then Darian has a long halberd.
All right, so here's what's gonna go down. Poppy is going to, so I have 2 actions now, right?
2 attacks.
2 attacks. I am going to dash as my bonus action to Darian. I'm like gonna get right in this dude's face, and I'm gonna punch him with an unarmed strike.
As you get closer to Darian, once you get within reach, he swipes at you. He's going to take an opportunity attack as you enter his reach because he has a special feat that allows him to do so.
Wait, what type of damage does he do? Is it piercing, slashing, bludgeoning?
It will be slashing if it hits.
Yes, okay.
That's a 21 to hit you.
Okay, so since it will hit me, I can deflect your attack. I can reduce the attack's total damage by 1d10 plus 9.
Plus 9? Wow.
It's deflect attack.
It's new.
Oh, it's new.
It's a new monk thing.
And there's something I could do if I get the damage down to 0. So let's roll for damage.
It's 13 total.
I do have a good chance there's something super fucking cool I get to do if this works out. Oh, so it's 3 plus 9, 12. So what did he do?
He did 13.
Fuck! By 1? Okay, so I take 1 damage, but that doesn't stop me from attacking, right?
Nope, that was just a thing he can do when you enter his reach.
All right, so I'm gonna unarmed strike. Yeah, 23.
Very much hits.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay. And I am going to, with my monk ability, I'm going to turn this unarmed strike into a stunning strike. So I'm going to roll for damage, which is bludgeoning. And I have 11. Do I get a bonus with your thing, Luis?
Emboldening Bond will give you an extra D4 on attacks, saving throws, and ability checks, but it doesn't seem like you need it.
No, I don't.
Just not damage.
Okay, so I'm spending a focus point to make this happen.
How much damage was that total?
11. And so it says that the target must make a DC 13 con saving throw.
We're going to do that in front of the table. That's a natural 17, so I'm not going to tell you the bonus, so that is going to pass.
Okay, on a successful save, the target's speed is halved until the start of my next turn, and then the next attack roll made against has advantage.
That's crazy. What?
I'm gonna punch again. This time with advantage. Hell yeah, 22.
That'll hit.
Oh, 5 damage.
So you still technically have your bonus action this round? Is that right?
I dashed.
You wouldn't have had to if you would like to have, because you were in range to just run up with your normal movement.
Oh.
You want to do something else with your bonus action?
I do want to do. I want to unarmed strike him and grapple this time. I got a 12.
You can use a D4 to increase it.
I'm going to do that. All right, so that changes it to a 15.
15 does not hit.
I hate this guy.
He's got very nice officer's armor on, but you rush up and he starts to swing at you with that halberd. You are able to jump over it. It just barely cuts the back of your leg as you get into his face and find 2 good spots where he is less armored, up in the armpit once, 1 clock right against the face as he starts swinging it back around to try to hit you. Poppy, at the end of your turn, Rocky gets to see something new because we are to the lair action.
What? What the hell is a lair action?
The environment.
Uh-oh.
Especially in places like this where a lot of stuff is happening. It happens at initiative 20. Jackal, as you are on these moving tiles, they are doing just that. Beneath your feet, they're all starting to move at once. I'm going to have you roll me a dexterity saving throw, please.
19.
You find yourself barely able to keep your feet, but standing as these things are moving abruptly beneath you. The issue is, Lair's moving a lot right now. You're hearing steam, you're hearing lightning moving through tubes beneath your feet. You guys are watching as there are lightnings shooting through the tubes and up and into these pylons. Because of that, all of the lair actions are activating this turn. That was one. The next one, the walls themselves. As you are moving back and forth, Jackal, all of a sudden there's a gap in between you and a wall pops up and it's got this runic symbol on it and you see it glow and start to burst. I need a Constitution saving throw.
Could be worse. It could be way worse. 21.
You hear a loud burst, like thunder cracking in the night. It is very loud. It's almost concussive shockwave coming at you. You're able to cover your ears and not take any damage. Finally, these pylons are sparking. The one that this being is standing next to jocks right into one of its coils and it starts standing up faster and you see it moving a bit faster. Those are our lair actions. And we are to Santos.
Okay, so all the layer actions we saw happening in the platform up ahead of us. Nothing on this side.
Yes. Santos, from where you are, this area of the room is a bit thinner on the left and the right. Through the walls, you're hearing steam starting to pour through pipes. That is what is moving the floor around Jackal and moving up these walls and seeing lightning crackle around.
Barely having enough time to process what all of that might mean, but noticing it, I'm going to move forward to, oh, what's that little dude on my back?
That's Waffle.
That's right. Amazing. I am going to take position here, right behind Poppy. God, I don't like these soldiers up there either. I'm going to try to at least barricade one area So I'll be right behind Poppy and a little bit to her left. I'm going to do a couple things. I have a reach weapon, my glaive, but I'm stepping in and getting close to Darian. As I prepare to strike, I'm looking at him and I'm saying, "You've already lost your wife. What is there for you here? What else are you up to?" Not even giving him a chance to respond, I'm also going to send a different message. With my weapon. I am going to great weapon master this attack. So that is, so far, an 11. Let's roll some other dice. 14, I'm going to precision attack this one. And that's going to be another D8. Come on, baby. I'll take that 8. That is a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
You are going to take... So you take 15 points of damage. Let me click on a couple things because I have a bonus action that I'm going to use. So my glaive comes down and it strikes him across his chest. Does he respond to what I said?
Your glaive comes down and you feel a connection with a piece of the metal that just severs whatever it's connecting to. And you hear a big crack and a dent. As you pull it back, you're seeing blood, even with this first strike. He's looking towards Poppy as that comes down, and you can just see he's trying to come up at you angrily, his teeth bared with the back of his weapon. He does not verbally respond.
I'm going to smack him across his face then. Answer me! I'm using my bonus action, Polearm Master, to do my Polearm Strike. I'm going to attack him again. I'm going to do a Great Weapon Master attack. That is a 16 to hit so far, and I'm going to spend another superiority die.
Do you get your emboldening bond?
Only once per turn. Plus 7, 20-something to hit, 23. You will take, 17 points of damage with that attack.
Oh, as you bash him across the face with a quick jab of the back of your glaive there, he reels back and comes towards you with his own. You're using my own tactics against me. That is Darian's turn. Immediately going to respond with his own attack. First one is, of course, going towards Santos. That's only a 12 to hit.
I deflect it with my own glaive.
You do so as he turns to his right and shouts, "Now!" as he's using issue orders as a bonus action. And that is going to allow the Solana to his right to make an attack as a reaction. You see a greatsword coming at you from this other elite guard. Terrible. That's a 9 to hit.
Misses.
Another quick deflect, a quick move, just not able to connect with you as Darian almost looks baffled as you look back at him, comes around to make his second attack and hope he connects. That's a crit.
No!
That is 12 plus 11 plus 3.
Whoa.
26 slashing damage.
How? That hurt.
Good thing the other two missed. And he makes purchase in a similar location as you did him, with that halberd coming down at your chest. The end of Darian's turn. That is Devin's turn.
So up where I'm at, I could see all of this going down.
You're able to see pretty much everything. So just a little bit behind this glass, and you have a door going out to a balcony like 10 feet from you. But you're just hearing Desmond start giggling, laughing as he's watching.
I want to run up right to the window and just throw both my hands on it, almost like slam my face against the window to try to look as far as I can through. Brother, what is happening?
It's glorious. We're going to sell these, and we're going to control all of Twin Rivers.
Brother, this is wrong. This is family. We cannot do this to them.
No, they're not family. They tried to kill me, Devin. They tried to kill your brother.
They didn't know who you were. It's not right, brother. We cannot do this.
Stand down, Devin.
Is it him that's making you do it?
We're working together.
What do you gain from this?
Are you talking to Desmond or the other man?
The other man. I'm going to turn towards him.
He looks over at you. You see he does not have a weapon brandished of any sort. He's just sitting there, folded arms, leaning against the window, watching, and he looks over at you. Lots of things. It's a means to an end, really.
It means an end to their lives. I will not have that. Please let them all go now.
He shrugs. Can't do anything about it now. It's already active.
What have they done to you?
What have they done for me?
They don't even know who you are.
He looks up at you. He gestures towards the group in the far corner. Them? I don't know them. Not much, anyway. Him. And he gestures towards Jackal much closer. I know my little boy.
Are you the one that made him like that? And I'll point towards his leg.
Oh. Found him like that. I mean, I set him up with the artificer. Get it cleaned up and everything, but he doesn't know that.
What is he to you?
Kind of like a kid. Kind of like a pet.
How could you hurt your own? How can you do this to someone you love?
They're going to learn how to swim if you throw them in the deep end somehow. It's survival of the fittest.
And is this what you plan on doing to your loved ones as well, brother?
You see him giggling at the glass. No, Tevin, stop that. We're brothers. Of course not.
I cannot have this. I cannot have family hurt this way. If you will not let them go, I will do it myself.
Tevin, just sit down and watch. It's exciting. It's like going to the Coliseum.
I'm sorry to have to do this, brother. I'm going to aim my gun towards the other man and fire off one of my fire rounds at him.
Okay.
I may bless the mitten from here. Blessed. I'm sending blessed. I should have staged it for you while you were here.
23 to hit.
That will hit.
9 piercing damage, and then with the fire rounds, I get 2d8 of fire damage as well. An extra 10 fire damage, but he needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
So that's going to be a fail. 10 more fire damage. Brother! I told you not to bring him.
With level 5, I am now able to make a second attack. I'm going to use one of the force rounds on him now. Nat 20.
Yo! I blessed.
Nice.
I blessed.
Kill this man.
D10 for base rounds.
So you'll do the full 10 plus a D10.
So that's 16 altogether. Extra 5 force damage, and then he's going to be pushed 5 feet away as well.
Push him into this desk in the back of this room. As you do so, he grabs the back of it, pushes himself up, and from that, angelic wings appear from his back. And you hear Desmond, Tevin, stop it! Thorn is our business partner!
He is no partner of mine.
We are, too. The Solana. First one is going to attack Santos, who is within range. Again, another great sword coming down. It's another 9 to hit from that guy. Good. So much for elite Nightshade guards. They're trying their best. The other one on the other side is going to move within range of Poppy.
And then I strike him as a reaction with my polearm master feat.
You are showing Darian up, showing what he can do and that you can do better.
I am gonna great weapon master this attack. It's on another person's turn, so emboldening bond is in effect again.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that is, yeah, I'm gonna let that one go. I miss.
Got a big shield that he pushes off with you, and then he comes down with the greatsword towards Poppy with 17 to hit.
I have 16. Damn.
So this is going to collide with you, and it's going to be 10 slashing damage.
Okay, that's okay. It just eats the rest of my temp.
You hear the sound of doors opening once again. And from around these same corners, 2 more of these elite guards coming out and joining the group. They are not close enough to get into range to hit you all. We are to Lenore.
Okay, I was gonna do a thing and then you added more people. I'm gonna fly up straight in the air, 30 feet, and just start to vibrate with innate sorcery power and activate my innate sorcery so that my spell saves have +1 to the DC, and I have advantage on attack rolls of sorcery spells. And if you saw me, I'd be all glittery and cool looking, but I'm invisible. And I'm gonna grab a handful of cinnamon from my pouch, and I'm gonna roll it up in my hands into a solid marble. And I'm gonna throw it up in an arc, and it's gonna fall down right in the gears behind these guys for a 20-foot radius on all of the guys that are in a line. I'm casting Fireball.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're able to hit 3 of the Solana and Darian without hitting your friends.
So that's a dex save of 16 with my bonus.
All right, we're going top to bottom. The Solana number 2 fails. Solana number 1, crit, passes. Darian, 19.
Ah.
And Solana 4 fails.
I'm also spending one of my sorcery points for empowered spell so that I can re-roll some of the dice. 35 fire.
Hell yeah.
Instantly, the one that just came out of the doorways, both of them were just far enough out on the outskirts that they got hit by a big burst of this flame. Their hair is on fire. You can see parts of their flesh are burning off. They are barely holding on to life.
That's what you get for being friends with a douchebag. And I am visible now, but I'm 30 feet in the air.
Did you roll your thing?
Nope. Ooh, I'm okay. That was close.
This blistering, searing flame comes up and out like a wave. Jackal, you're not close enough, but you feel it. Poppy and Santos, you're very close, and you definitely feel the warmth. It is almost unbearable just being this close, but you see it engulf these beings in front of you. So we are to Bjork.
So that same little pebble that I had and shot into Lenore's muffin this very morning, I have that cocked, loaded, and ready, and I point it at Poppy. I'm so sorry. This might sting a bit. I pull the trigger, I shoot it at Poppy, it embeds in her skin just lightly, not enough to actually break the skin, before a jolt of electricity travels down the string and into the marble, then zapping Poppy, and I am going to be casting Enlarge as her muscles begin to grow and shift as she just elongates.
Oh my god, I'm gonna be like...
You're gonna double in size.
I'm 14 feet tall!
You're large.
I then am going to get the heck out of there and run a little bit more by the stairs so I'm out of the way. And then from here, I'm going to command Waffle on top of Santos's shoulder.
Yes.
To just spray a cone of fire. I'm probably going to aim for the lefternmost elite guards. So we'll just get those two, Solana, and let everyone else take care of the others. So those two will need to make dex saves, please.
So the one that's very burnt passed, and the one that is less burnt failed. So they swapped their passes this time.
That's going to be 2d8 fire damage, half on a pass, for a total of 10 fire damage.
10 fire damage. Okay, that is going to go down to half for the one who passed, which still kills it.
Oh, smoke 'em, Waffle!
So that extra 5 fire damage, this being just rushed out of this room where you can hear steam vents going off, electricity sparking, immediately got burst into flame by this fireball, and then one more little blast from Waffle just off of Santos's shoulder and ignites the other one. And that is the end of Bjork's turn. And that means your two, our big robot boy who got a nat 1 on initiative. The Rabbit is here. You see it's got these 2 large cylinders on its back filled with this lightning by these pylons, and it is rushing over to Jackal. It is going to power up and take a big punch down onto you, Jackal. As it does so, you watch all of the electricity come out of one of these pylons and it projects the fist down at you. It's a nat 1.
Hell yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Good.
Jack, you watch as it comes towards you where you had just glided with this pylon. It was sparking. And as it got close, this thing sparked again. The pylon sparked really brightly and it energized it once more. But this being wasn't expecting it. It was looking at you and it redirects its punch reflexively and it strikes this pylon. It destroys the one that you had already done damage to.
Hell yeah. Yes.
It completely bursts.
All according to plan.
It has another one on its back that is still lit up. One of these cylinders that just has all this lightning in it. And you see it comes back with its other hand, comes down and tries to hit you.
2 nat 1s. 2 nat 1s.
That's a 19.
Okay, that hits.
12 bludgeoning, and you are raging, so it'll be halved. And then 6 lightning.
Ooh.
As you feel the burst of electricity from this thing's hand.
Ugh.
It is struggling to move as well right now. It continues moving out of your reach towards the next nearest pylon, and you see it shocks one of the things on its back and refills it with light.
Do I get a...
Yeah, it left your reach.
Hell yeah. 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
That is only 5 bludgeoning.
You come at this being with your metallic stick and make contact with its back. You feel a magnetic propulsion as this static bursts this pipe away. You even feel it come down your hand and almost shock your hand a little bit. This being completely ignores you and continues moving towards the next pylon. It is immune to your strike.
I don't like that.
It is not able to get in range of the next pylon, but you see it is not even moving towards you anymore. It is moving to the other one that is a little bit further away because it can't go to the one that you and it had already destroyed. And you see just one of these illuminated lightning pods on its back now. We are to the others, as in the ones who were not going to roll initiative until something happened, and then one was shot in the chest twice. So they defaulted to initiative 0 in this case, just for my ease of use. As this man who you've just met, who you've just heard Desmond call out to as Thorn, he has these wings that come out and he grabs from behind the desk. There's a greatsword that he pulls out and he grabs it and he dashes forward and glides in the air and strikes you in the stomach with the greatsword.
He's gonna miss.
That's a 7. He swipes really quickly at you with the greatsword and continues moving. Even in this small room, is able to glide throughout and swings around for his second attack. 18 to hit.
Oh, it does.
14 slashing damage.
Oh, God.
Plants his feet after flying around just over by the door that you guys had entered. I'm not here to fight your brother, Desmond. I'll stop him. And he tries to grapple you to hold you down. Desmond is going to roll an athletics check, and I need you to roll me either athletics or acrobatics. I got a 16.
I only rolled up to a 10 with my +6, so I'm going to use my tactical mind to expend one of my second wind slots to re-roll. And I rolled a 2. God damn it.
Hey, you don't lose the slot. You just are being hugged by your brother very tightly as he's trying to hold your gun arm down. We're back to the top of the order with Jackal. Poppy, you're on deck.
So, because I was dumb and I forgot about my advantage last time, can I have it this time since I'm still not attacking the thing?
Is this the thing where if you attack something before it goes?
It is... Assassin, during your first round of each combat, you have advantage on attacks against any creature that hasn't taken a turn. If your sneak attack hits any target during that round, the target takes an additional 3 damage of that weapon's type.
It's not the first round anymore, but I will say these pylons haven't attacked yet. So I'll give it to you on one of them.
I appreciate that. I feel the electricity from that hit that I got on the big robot. It's so tough to piece together anything through the rage. But again, that calculating mind is still there, and I pick up these pylons are trouble. So I'm sprinting forward north 25, and I, again, just practically like tackling this pylon. This time, graciously, with advantage, 21.
That hits.
4 initially, plus 2 from the rage, plus 2 more d6 from the sneak attack, 18 on the pylon.
Jack, you rush over, crash into this thing. 2 of the 4 pylons on this platform are now broken.
I'm going to look at the robot.
How's it feel to have your lunch taken away, you big metal bitch?
Bonus action dash onto the other side of the pylon. I think I can make that.
Poppy, we are to you.
With me being larger, does it do anything mechanically or functionally to me?
Enlarge gives you advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. Your weapons, or also unarmed strikes in this case, they'll do an extra d4 of damage every time you hit something.
Holy shit. And I'm so sorry. Grapple itself, right, is like I can't grapple and then throw somebody, right? Like I can't, for instance, if there was somebody standing in front of me and I'm really big, I can't grapple and then throw them into a fucking pit.
You can shove them.
Kick him.
Shove moves things 5 feet.
5 feet. I know this because this is my plan. And now you've just looked up all of the rules.
No, but he's 10 feet.
But you got multiple attacks and you could do multiple shoves.
Yes, you can.
I love it. All right.
Me too. I love it too.
So I have these 2 guys to my right. So I can make, with my Fury of Blows, 2 unarmed strikes. So I can potentially do 4 unarmed strikes, correct? I just want to make sure I've done my math right.
Yep. Attack action gets 2. Bonus action with Flurry of Blows. Boom, boom, 2 more.
All right, we're going to let it rip.
Also, something I learned recently that I did not know. Everything else that uses a focus point is a bonus action. But Stunning Strike is not. So you could technically try to stun something 4 times if you hit it 4 times. If you want to use that many focus points in one round.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Wild.
Wow, we're going to do some shit. So I'm going to shove Darian using my unarmed strike. I'm going to full on giant lady. Ugh, and I'm going to roll. Natural 20, baby!
That's
a 27.
In this case, you're not actually rolling to hit, so you'll roll athletics. So
bonus? It's +4.
So you got a 24. Darian can't hit that with a roll.
He could hit a 20.
If he crits as well, we'll do another reroll for this one.
Okay.
He got a 9. So you push Darian. You are just shoving him as he's got a really nice wide stance, but you are able to just continually, almost bullying, push him. There's a small gap in this little railing behind here. It almost looks like you can see a bridge that would lift up and allow someone to cross this gap, but it is a 15-foot gap. It's going downward. The closer you get, you just see all of these moving gears. You hear machinery expelling steam and lightning. It does not look like a safe place to be.
I'm going to close that 5 feet gap. Poppy's going to look him in the eye. I didn't want to do what I did to her, but I know what you're doing to others. And let me tell you, I don't like bullies. And I'm going to shove him again.
And you can do that at advantage because you're big.
Oh my God, that's right. You're enlarged. Yeah, you should have rolled that with advantage.
Yeah, I got a 20, a dirty 20.
I'm going to roll. He's only got a +3. So he has to get a 17 or higher. Natural 1.
Oh,
Nice.
Yes.
That's fucking crazy. Okay, so tell me what's going to happen. I want to know what I can say or do.
I want to hear you tell me.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm sweating. Okay. Poppy takes this blonde, pointy-eared motherfucker and takes him up by his armor, his pauldrons. It's not comfortable how she's holding him. I've lived a lifetime trying to get away from men like you. And I'm sick of men like you getting in my way. And she fucking throws him into the pit down below.
As you bring him up and start screaming at him, you just see his eyes soften, but not for you. There's just less anger in his face, almost shock. You're the one who did it. You killed her. As you toss him into the pit, there is the sound of gears starting to snap in the pit below. You hear metal on metal clanking, like there is something that is not supposed to be in machinery like this. You hear and see steam expelling from this pit. Jackal, you watch as these walls start coming up, and then they aren't able to completely come up with that steam, and they start to slowly fall back down as some of the machinery has broken beneath, and Darian is cast into the pit.
Yeah, he is.
Is he making noise? Is he screaming? Is he...
There is no more humanoid sounds coming from the pit.
Poppy turns around. I'm sure the two guards near her are probably just shivering in their fucking boots. I'm going to spend a focus point to do 2 more unarmed strikes.
You got one of them near you that is very badly hurt, and the other one, which is looking pretty nice. Looking like it hasn't even been touched yet.
I'm going to go for the one that hasn't been touched so that it can't go for Santos. So I'm going to... I cannot believe I just threw Darian into the pit. I'm so sorry. I'm still getting over the fact that I just yeeted him. Okay. And I'm going to unarmed strike. I got a 13. Oh, wait. I can roll +4, right?
Yeah, you can choose to use that now. You can only use the D4 from Emboldening Bond once per turn, but you can choose to use that now.
I'm going to use it now. Hell yeah. So I got a 17.
17 hits.
You get extra damage because you're big.
Wait, so what's that total? I'm mathing. Sorry. 11. I do 11 damage.
You still have one more unarmed strike. Go ahead and roll me to hit.
Oh, 10.
10's not going to do it. The first one is able to connect, but the second one, this being's able to move enough out of the way. We are to the lair action, and as I already said, these walls no longer functioning, but floor tiles are still just fine. So Jackal, I need you to roll me a dex saving throw.
Oh, with advantage. Thank God. All right, the first was a 2. The second was a 19.
It feels like you've been here before with how comfortable you are moving on these tiles. Also, one of these pylons arcs, bursts in a very far direction, and connects with the other piece on this thing's back. It is again filled with lightning. We are to Santos with Tevin on deck.
So, seeing Poppy shove this guy again and again until he falls off, and hearing the crunching of his bones and the gears below, it's almost as if it happens in slow motion for Santos, because in one instant, a weight is lifted off of his shoulders. The person that he knew was after him is now gone. And with this renewed vigor, he turns his attention to the guard that's right above me. I am going to attack this dude. Glaive coming down onto him. I'm going to Great Weapon Master this attack. Ooh, that is a 7. I am doing math in my head. That is going to be hard to meet. Precision attack. You know what? I'm going to use Emboldening Bond. It's 7 so far, and I'm going to precision attack it. That is a 16.
That hits.
Oh,
wow, crazy.
He's obliterated.
Amazing. He is going to take full damage, 23 points of damage.
Excellent. He's dead, for sure.
How are you getting rid of this one?
Oh my gosh. So what happens is this. My attention started on Darian. I was starting to head in his direction, already in my mind thinking, I just got to push this guy over the edge. But 2 seconds too late, Poppy gets there and pushes him again and again. In an instant, as I see him fall over and I hear the crunch, I pivot. Automatically, my back turns to Poppy. I know that I can turn my back on her because she's going to keep me safe from behind. I then, with the momentum of that pivot, the glaive comes flying up into the air and right down on this guy, splitting him from the shoulder down into his belly button. In that movement, I leap up into the air and I unfurl my wings and I'm in mid-flight as I take my glaive right back out from him, pivot around and move, flying above now. Move around Poppy. I'm flying over Poppy's head. You just see almost like a shadow of wings for a moment right up above you. And as I soar above you, down below that soldier number 4, my glaive comes down right on top of his head. With Great Weapon Master, I can use my bonus action. If I've taken an enemy down to 0, I can use my bonus action to make another attack on another enemy, which I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna Great Weapon Master this one.
This guy's not looking good.
I think I got a little ahead of myself, miscalculated Poppy's height. Although I soar over Poppy's head to try to make purchase with my glaive, I miscalculate and I absolutely miss. But I do end up in the air, and that's my turn.
We are to Tevin.
Brother, what are you doing? Please get off now. I'm going to try to just push him off slightly.
You cannot hurt him, Tevin. This is not what brothers do.
I am not hurting you, only him.
And our profits and our future together.
I care nothing of profits. They give nothing to me.
You don't care about me?
I care very much so about you.
Then stop it, Tevin!
He is getting in the way of us and the rest of our family.
They are not our family, and they will die here today. And then you won't have to worry about them, okay?
They may not be your family now, but you'll learn to love them. I'd like to do a check against him to try to get out of his grapple.
Athletics versus acrobatics, or whatever you would like to do.
18 acrobatics.
8.
I want to just lightly push him off to the side. I don't want to hurt him in any way. After I get him off me, I want to take a couple steps towards the door that's going outside.
You see he is looking at his belt, and you see he grabs out a potion and he starts throwing it towards Thorn.
While he's searching for that, I'm going to turn around and I'm going to action surge and take another action, fire off another 2 rounds at Thorn. I want to fire off the flame rounds first and see if, when I fire it, if the potion is midair too or not.
Since it is your turn and this was more flavor for his turn, I am going to allow it to be in the air.
13 to hit.
13 does not hit, but even though you do not hit, the flame still goes off. So he is going to have to roll a saving throw, which is dex of 14. That fails. The potion, the glass is melted. You can almost start to hear the pop of a cork because you've boiled the liquid inside. It shatters on the ground.
11 more fire damage, and then I will use a force round for the second one. I'm going to use a grit point as well to use an violent shot. So if it hits, I get to use another damage die. 24 to hit.
Hit.
10 piercing, and then 9 force damage. And then he is pushed another 5 feet as well.
The bullet goes through, but again, as it collides, you hear this essence of transdimensional power that is just bursting out of this bullet, and it feels like it doesn't belong here, and it's just this absolute force that pushes through him. You hear the sound of cracked ribs as he starts falling to the ground, is pushed backwards into this doorway that he was running towards as he looks like he's trying to stumble through.
I'm going to run towards him. I will not allow you to leave. You keep them here. I keep you here.
We are 2. The last 2, Solana. Santos, you're a little too high up in the air for these guys to hit you. So they're both going after Poppy. Great sword attacks on you. The first one's an 11.
Does not hit.
The second one is a 15.
Does not hit.
These are both exhausted beings swinging these huge swords that are not able to even connect with you.
I saved my redirect for this too. I was expecting something.
We are to Lenore with Bjorg on deck.
Ooh, I'm gonna fly forward like 15 feet. And I'm gonna rub my shoes together, try to speed myself up. I'm kind of doing this like jogging motion in the middle of the air. And I'm gonna quicken a spell. I take this playing card out of my pocket, and it's got this like rogue on it. I'm gonna stare at these elite soldiers quotations. This is what you wish you were. And then I flip it over and it turns into a Joker. And this is what you are. I'm casting Antagonize on the one that is the least hurt. I'm gonna cast it.
What does that do?
So they have to make a DC 16 Wisdom saving throw.
That's a 15.
Let's go.
I
I've never heard of this spell.
don't know what it is either.
It's new. So it does 13 psychic damage, and he must immediately use its reaction to make a melee attack against his buddy.
Damn.
That is actually like the best this guy's rolled. That's a 19 total.
Wow.
He physically cannot do low enough damage for the other one not to die. His minimum damage is 5, and there's only 5 HP left.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
Oh, that's trauma.
The Puppet Master, what does this look like?
Oh, it just looks like him having the dumbest face in the world. And then he goes cross-eyed and he turns to his buddy. He just lifts up the sword and just goes straight down.
This other guy is not looking at his ally for worries of being attacked and is not able to dodge it, not able to do anything. Clonks him in the helmet and he just falls to the ground.
Okay, that was my bonus action. As my action, I'm going to reach up to something invisible in front of me, grab it, and something in my hand glows like orange, and I yank it down. I'm casting Firebolt on the pylon next to Jack, and I have advantage because of my innate sorcery. Wait, let me roll my thing for the spell that I just cast. I'm good. Now, let me roll for Firebolt. Advantage. That's an 8.
No!
Oh no, I'm so sorry. Yeah, that's not gonna do it. Goes just over Jackal's head.
This is the first time that Jackal has even recognized that there are other people over there doing anything.
He's just been focused.
It's full horse blinders on this scenario, and now I'm pissed off.
Who's interfering?
It's like a lightning bolt that looks like fire that just blasted down but missed the pylon and landed next to you.
We are to Bjorg's turn.
Okay, we're gonna start with a waffle blast and a now aerial waffle blast because he's still on Santos's shoulder and he's now flying in the air. I think I can only hit one, so I just need a dex save from the last Solana.
A nat 1 on their dex save.
Oh, that's only 3, so 3 fire damage.
Hey, it's something.
After Waffle is all done spewing, realizing that Poppy and Santos, they are the big front line, they can take care of the last Solana, I am going to notice Lenore working on the pylons, and we're going to whip out Tough Luck. The Switchblade is going to whip up in front. We are going to load in a blazing hot ruby and take aim for a dirty 20. And now, before the bullet actually fires, the sound of the trigger being pulled then reacts to Santos's ear cuff. So it will play the exhale from Bjorg to completely muffle his hearing as that bullet exits the barrel and the gunshot is heard. That is going to be 12 fire damage, but also I get an extra d6 from the Switchblade. So it was 12 fire damage and then an extra 6, full max 6 piercing damage for a total of 18.
there's this absolute burst coming right in front of you, Jackal, of flame, and then it turns to electricity as it shoots upward into the sky. This pylon in front of you is completely destroyed.
Hey, this is my fight.
That is a robot's turn. Who is going to move just within range of you, Jack?
He's so fast.
Still has both of these electrical pylons on its back. You see it starts to charge up its hands, but instead of going one and then another, his hands open and there are large gaps, circles that go through the arm, and you start to see electricity crackle and build in the palms. All of a sudden, there is this discharge of static. I need a dexterity saving throw from you, please.
With advantage. 17.
Passes. So you're going to take half of 27 lightning damage.
Holy.
That is Desmond and Thorn's turn. Get him out of here, Desmond. Desmond rushes over to you, Tevin. Tevin, stop it. He's going to try to grapple you again. He's just trying to hold you back and stop you from attacking. So he got a 4.
Oh, yeah. I rolled a 13, so that's 19.
At this point, you're used to just pushing Desmond off, and you are angry as you see Thorn rushes out of this building, wings expanded through that tunnel. He is leaving your reach.
May I take an opportunity attack with my short sword?
You may. 5 HP left.
Oh, shit.
Oh my god.
Dirty 20. I rolled a 5.
Plus 3, 8 damage. These beautiful angelic wings get into your face as he bends down and starts to thrust himself through the doorway, grabbing the sides of the door and pulling through. And what do you do?
When they start coming back a little bit, my arm, you could see the barrels start to retract back into the arm as the sides of my arm start to sharpen out and they project out into that short sword. And I'm swinging my arm up and around and hitting one of the wings off as he's trying to push forward and coming back around to grab him by the back of the neck. And my arm changes back into a regular arm, the right hand. And I want to grab the other wing and just tear it off. Throw him face down onto the ground and hold him there. I do not want to be lethal.
He is on the ground, bleeding, unconscious.
I have seen what these can do from my friends. It is my best interest if you no longer have these. Now, as I said, you will be staying here with me.
Tevin, why wouldn't you stop?
Brother, leave.
Not without you, Tevin.
I will be back with you soon. I will promise you that. First, I must have a talk with him. I'm going to shove his face into the ground a little bit more.
I'm going to have us jump back into initiative with Jackal.
Does the robot have 2 full pylons still?
Both of them were expelled when he blasts you with all of that electricity. Right now, there is none, and you can see it's moving slower.
So as long as he hasn't moved away from me, I'm going to use a new feature for me, steady aim, to plant my feet, and I'm taking a hard swing at the 2 pylons
that are on his back that are just dormant right now.
So steady aim gives me advantage as long as I don't move. My speed goes to 0 until the end of this turn. It's a nat 20. I'll take a picture of the little wolf head that's there. Okay. So that is D6 plus 3 plus 6. So 13 plus 2 from the rage is 15. Plus the sneak attack, which is 2d6, and then I'm rolling another 2d6 for that. Plus an additional 16. I think that math was right.
So that's 31 total. And you burst through one of these pylons, and it shatters on this thing's back. We are to Poppy. You got one of these guys left in front of you. He's pretty hurt.
I'm going to use Step of the Wind. Santos and Lenore are probably good on their own.
I got this.
I'm going to run and jump, and I am then going to use that bonus action to dash over to Robbit. I'm going to unarmed strike first. Well, I bungled that and got a 10. And then I'm going to, with my hand, connect with Robit's chest. Because I assume, how big is Robit? We have to be about, are we the same size?
Pretty close.
I'm going to go for a Radiant Sunbolt. Oh, boo, 12.
12 does not do it. We are to the lair action, however, and there's still a little bit going on, including the shifting of the tiles. So both Poppy and Jackal, I need dexterity saving throws from you, please.
So I got a total of 12, but I think I do. Lucky footwork. I can use my reaction to roll a d4 and add that to it. 16.
That passes because of that d4.
Let's go. Lucky footwork.
I got an 18.
18 passes. You are getting your first taste of these tiles moving beneath your feet. Very good footwork. Large right now. This is not that much movement. Easily able to stay up. From here, this pylon, even though it is so far away from this robot, it sparks all the way to one of the coils on its back and lights it up. That is our lair action. We are to Santos with Tevin on deck.
Okay, so as Poppy leaps away from me and you get beyond 30 feet, you notice that tether of emboldening bond between us just kind of snaps out of existence. But the tether between Bjorg and I is still active. And I'm going to strike down at this soldier. That is looking pretty rough, I think, right?
Pretty rough.
Great weapon master attack then. Oh, yes. So far, that is a 19 to hit, 17 points of damage.
That's plenty.
I skewer him with my glaive. I'm up in the air. Poppy just leapt away from me, and I called out to her, I got this, and I skewer this guy with my glaive. And as I see the light kind of going out of his eyes, I kick myself off of him and fly with that momentum towards everybody else in the opposite direction. I am going to fly, and I'm going to use my bonus action to attack that pylon with my reach.
You are just in range, jumping off of this last being, flying over, watching this big metallic creature punching match with Poppy that has started off to your left, but you head right for the last pylon that is still bursting with electricity.
And I'm going to great weapon master this attack because I don't know what AC this thing has. And I shouldn't have. I'm going to let that stand. That's going to miss. It is a 5.
Doesn't do it.
Overcalculate, and I just whiff it. And that's my turn.
Tevin, we're to you. If you care about them so much, then why aren't you saving them?
I'm trying to save us all, brother. Could you help me? Please.
Sure, Tevin.
You mean it?
Of course I do.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. I'm going to pick up Thorn's body and I want to put it under the desk. Put the chair in front of it. But I want to set it up in a way where if he wakes up and he tries to leave, that I want to like tilt the chair on it, basically, where if he tries to leave, he would have to push it so I could hear.
I love the flavor, so I'm just going to allow you to do this. He is unconscious. He will not wake up during this combat.
Okay. I'm going to run right back over to the door where Desmond is. Please, just don't get hurt. I need you. Burst through the door to the railway.
Door opens and you are out onto the balcony. It's a lot louder out here. Below you, the only enemy remaining is the robot. Poppy and Jackal are fighting it, and Santos is across the room. Lenore and Bjorg deep off over by the staircase, continuing to move closer and closer.
Brothers, are you all right? What must I do? How can I help? My gun will come out and I'll aim the force round at it and try to shoot at the first thing that I see with it.
Go ahead and roll to hit on our big robot friend.
18 to hit.
18 does hit. Do not bother rolling your piercing damage. Just roll me the force damage, please.
10.
As the shot comes down, an electrical force tries to stop the bullet. You see all of the lightning coursing through from the last pylon on this thing's back, and it stops the bullet in place. And then you see the extra dimensional force, this gravity driven into it. There's that burst of energy for the rest of the damage.
That's my only round. That's all that I can do right now.
That would be the Solana turn. They are all gone. We are to Lenore with Bjorg on deck.
Why are you people interfering?
Get it together, furball.
I am gonna fly 30 feet towards the group with the robot, meaning I stop just at the edge of the pit. My hands go up, and I'm gonna make a crunching gesture with my hands, and then my palms and fingers kind of open up like a blooming flower, and I'm casting Wither and Bloom. I don't know if he'll take necrotic damage, but that's not really what this is for. But it would be 8 necrotic damage if he fails a DC 16 con save.
That's only a 14.
Ooh. And then Jackal's wounds are gonna glow like a green and start to kind of stitch up. And you roll an unspent hit dice to heal.
Whoa, that's crazy. It could have been better. It was 6.
First of all, let me see if anything happened. Nope. But that number's getting big. I'm gonna do the thing again where I make a jog in place in the air. I'm spending 2 sorcery points to quicken spell a firebolt at the robot. No, that was 2 twos.
No.
I grab something invisible in the air and I yank it down, and a bolt of fire shoots down again next to Jack's feet.
That is Bjorg.
Bjorg, seeing that these pylons are assisting the robot, he's just going to full throttle take them out. Start with Waffle, fire spray at the same time, load up a ruby, take aim and fire both the bullet and the Waffle spray hitting at the same time. So it'll be a dex save from Waffle, and I'll roll to hit in a second.
Pylon's going to auto fail the dex save, so let's just roll damage.
You got it? Gee, that's almost max damage at 15 fire damage. Also, sorry, should have specified. Ruby into tough luck means firebolt, not an actual gunshot. Just wanted to clarify that before I roll to hit. That is a 19 to hit for an additional 7 fire damage as that ruby hits Waffle's cone and just erupts even further and ignites the sparks inside.
Bjorg is able to use a blast of fire, both from Waffle and from Tough Luck. The pylon explodes in a fireball that has electricity shooting around it like a storm cloud. And there are no more pylons on the field. That is the robot's turn, and you can see the robot continues. I gotta stop saying robot. That's our joke. It shouldn't be.
I think it's a little late for that at this point.
It's his serious legal name.
You see the large robot continues moving towards the pylon and sees it explode, and then turns around. It has one of these lightning rods active and is going to take one punch down at Poppy, hoping it hits. It's a 16.
Oh, hits.
Hey, no.
Wait.
Stop it. Silvery bombs.
Okay.
So I gotta re-roll that. That's a 15. And now that fails.
Nice.
So what does that do?
And I give advantage to Poppy. Next time you roll a d20, you have advantage.
Oh, word.
Silvery Barbs makes this being take the new roll, and it rolled a 15 total instead of a 16. You see this last explosion of electricity, and again, you see only one of these pylons still remaining, and there's no electricity in it. And that is Desmond's turn. Tevin, you are leaning over the balcony, shooting your bullets, and from behind, you feel an electric shock on the back of your neck. The same place that he had placed this device so long ago to help you get your memories back. He connects something to it, and you feel an electric shock. I need a Constitution saving throw with disadvantage, please.
Disadvantage? Come on, man. 7.
You feel a current running through you. It goes straight down your spine until you can't move your arms anymore. You are mechanically stunned. You hear from behind you a gunshot. Desmond has executed Thorn.
Whoa.
You're coming with me, brother. Right now. I shouldn't even call you that. You're no brother to me. Not yet. My brother might be in there somewhere, but you are not him. We are going home, Tevin. I will shut you down tonight until I can figure out how to get those memories back so I can have my brother again. And not this childish metal brute. He starts to grab you and starts trying to drag you through the door.
Oh my God.
But we are still in initiative.
Any chance we heard that?
The door's open, so you can hear everything now, even what he's saying.
Oh boy.
That is as much as he can do on his turn, and we are still in initiative. Jackal, we are to you with Poppy on deck.
You should go save your friend, woman. I don't need you here.
I'll rip those bunny ears right off your damn head.
I'd like to see you try.
I'm swinging at the pylons again because this is my kill. Steady aim again to give myself advantage. 24 to hit. 17 bludgeoning to the pylon.
There's a large burst of electricity as you destroy this pylon. Poppy, from in front of this being, you can see its eyes are glowing with lightning behind it. And as Jackal shatters the pylon, they instantly go dim and this being stops moving completely.
I'm just standing there seething. I'll push the giant robot down just so that it crumbles.
It starts to fall, and then there is a sudden gap opened up because all of the floor tiles are still moving, and it's just enough to allow this being to fall in between the cracks and fall into the gears beneath and start crunching up. All of a sudden, all of these floor tiles stop moving completely.
You're lucky you missed. Otherwise, I'd have to go for you next for taking my fight.
We'll keep this between us, buddy. And Poppy just laughs.
Poppy, we are to you.
Since it's right there, can I just grab the bottom and hoist myself over as my movement?
Yeah, you have plenty of movement. I'll let you to get up really easily. You can see as you get up there that Desmond is trying to get Tevin into this office chair and get him moving towards the door.
I'm gonna Yu Yu Hakusho finger gun Desmond over here with my Radiant Sunbolt.
Roll me to hit.
19.
Hits.
And I get advantage.
Silver barbs, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, see if you crit.
I did not. And now I roll for damage. 9.
Ah! You've done enough to our family. He just continues trying to grab for Tevin.
I am going to use my unarmed strike to shove him off of Tevin.
Go ahead and roll athletics.
At advantage.
Desmond got an 11.
I got a 15.
Okay, you have pushed him away from Tevin.
I'm going to use my focus to do another 2 unarmed strikes. I'm going to do a stunning strike with this unarmed strike, so I have to spend an additional point. Oh my god, I'm almost out. Okay, so I'm going to go for him. 24.
That'll hit. I will roll that con save in front of the group. It's only an 11. He is stunned.
Okay, and that condition does what?
Attack rolls against the creatures have advantage. It automatically fails strength and dex saves.
And the next attack roll is made with advantage. Before Poppy takes her next step towards Desmond, she turns her head to the side and calls to Tevin. Family is chosen. I'm not gonna kill him if you don't want me to. I can hold him right here.
He chose me. And I choose him.
Poppy goes for a grapple with her unarmed strike.
Since he's stunned, he automatically fails Dex and Strength saving throws. So I'm just going to say for this, he will also fail the Strength or Dex check. So he's also grappled. And then we are out of initiative for now.
I'm flying right towards, obviously, where everything else is going on. And as we're flying by, I kind of look over to Lenore, because I don't know what's going on over there, but from this height, I see Poppy kicking the shit out of Desmond. I'll fly past. And Jackal, what's up with you? I mean, I don't know if I've been able to hear you from where I've been across the room. I think I'll just fly right past you and be like, Jack, you okay?
Hearing that, I'm assuming she can hear you screaming. Screams back and goes, his ears have gotten too big for him again. You need to calm him down.
No response. Not even looking at you even.
I'm the wrong one for that. And I'll land next to Tevin and see if I can help him at all.
Through the doorway, you definitely see Poppy. Still huge. I'm still gonna, how long am I big?
I think 1 minute. So it will be coming down shortly.
Okay, well, I have Desmond basically, I'm behind him with locking him in my arms over his shoulders.
So he's subdued. I'm satisfied with that.
Are you landing right next to me?
I am landing right next to you, and I'm checking on you because you don't look good to me.
The second that you land, one eye just darts right to you immediately. Please, stop her.
I think it's okay, Tevin. She's got him under control.
Let him go.
Let me focus on you. Are you okay? How do I snap you out of this? And I'm just gonna do a once-over on Tevin.
Yeah, I'm going to have you roll me Arcana, please.
Oh, I still have Emboldening Bond. But I want to use this tactical, whatever it is, this new feature. Tactical Mind, is that right? And I get to add a D10 to it, my roll. Bad. So I think that's like a 10.
That's a failure, so you can keep that tactical mind for later. With a quick look over, you have no idea what's causing this, except for this thing on the back of Tevin's neck that doesn't look like it's the same age as the rest of his body. You don't see any way of fixing it right now.
I'm just going to stay with him and try to, despite that failure, I'm still putting forth a full effort. Just going to keep trying.
While all of this is happening, I'm kind of like looking around. It's a little bit frantic. It's like a half of a come down. Still obviously angry, but not uncontrollably right now. Can I ask if me in this current state has ever been in this arena after a fight like this?
Fight like this? No. Other fights. Yeah. You right now are feeling much more at home here, especially now that you're starting to calm down and you're almost feeling a very nostalgic sense of victory. Like you've felt victory here many times before. You are looking down at the broken walls that are busted, but you see these magical symbols on them, and you remember in the moment just being blasted with cold air from one, but flame from another as you're dodging and weaving and swinging your hoopak at these large other metallic beings, not quite this large, but Tevin size, that would come down and punch you. But you always remember the sound of the metal crushed beneath you. You would always get the upper hand, and you're flashing through different moments of this happening. And at the end, right now, is when you would always look up at the balcony and the light would be on, and you'd see the man that you saw a little bit earlier. But right now, you're seeing Tevin and Santos.
Seeing them and not what I normally see. I'm going to throw down the metal bar that I had been using. I assume it's kind of crunkled after being used so much. And I'm heading towards where Bjorg is. Quickly, but not necessarily sprinting unless I hear anyone coming after me. And if no one stops me, I'm leaving that way.
Where you going? Hey! Hey!
Before we follow Jack and Lenore, I want to jump back to Desmond and Tevin and Poppy. Poppy, you feel Desmond in your arms starting to be able to move again, but you are quickly able to subdue him full Nelson style, however you want, to stop him from being able to move.
Oh, not only that, me, misprepared over here, my little pack, I take out my rope and I tie him up.
Yeah, you're able to tie his forearms together. Quickly do that enough so that he is not able to move. And then when he is starting to move, getting out of that stun, it's much easier to just wrap it around his body and keep him taut. From here, you do see a box in the back of this room, as well as a couple other things. And from here, you even see that Jackal's hoopak is sticking out of it.
I go and grab it.
While you're here, Poppy, pretty nice lockbox that currently isn't locked, but would be easy to just pick up and grab.
I grab everything and I put it all in my knapsack.
Half a minute or so later is when, Tevin, you're starting to be able to move a bit more.
Santos, as I start to move a little bit more, and it's that rigid kind of movement, almost like gears moving, I'm just slowly reaching my left hand towards my chest and pulling out a couple rounds out of that compartment that I have. And I just start turning and reloading the barrels in my forearm. And I'm walking into the room where Desmond is.
I'm going to put my hands on yours while you're doing that. And I look you right in your eyes and I say, Tevin, the fight is over. What comes next is not with bullets. It's not with force. It's with words.
It seems like lately, force means more than words. And I'm going to push through your hands and go into the room and place the barrel of my gun.
What are you going to do, Tevin? You're going to shoot your friend? You're going to shoot your brother? And I'm saying it loud enough so Poppy can hear.
I am placing the barrel of my gun right on Poppy's forehead. Let him go. Now.
Easy, buddy. I just put the rope down, and down he goes to the floor. He tried to hurt you. Look what he did. I just gesture all around. This is not what somebody who loves you does to you. I know how it might feel. A long time ago, I've been where you are. But this is not what family or somebody who loves you does to you. And she reaches beyond, goes to touch his shoulder, slowly.
Right before your hand touches my shoulder, I'm quickly going to reach down for Desmond. So you just missed touching me. And I just grab the rope that's on him.
My reflexes snap, and I grab that rope. Stop it. You're not thinking straight. You're feeling emotions. It's a lot of emotions. You have to trust me. I know trust seems very volatile right now. And I know we haven't known each other long, but look at me. You can't let him go. Just wait here with all of us. I'm not going to hurt him. I could have. I listened to you. Listen to me, Tevin.
I'm not letting him go.
But you can't take him from here. Not without all of us.
I will not be taking him. No one will be taking him. He will go as he pleases. He will not hurt us.
We literally just saw him hurt you. And us.
And other people, Tevin.
He himself did not.
And you know that to be true.
We don't know what caused him to make these decisions. This one, as I point under the table, this one could have spoiled his mind. Maybe he made him lose his memories as well. We don't know for a fact.
Tevin, you have to calm down. You're not thinking rationally. I'm not going to hurt him.
And what do you plan on doing with him?
We're going to question him, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
He can't go anywhere. We need to talk to him. And we need to talk to you too.
He's dangerous, Tevin. He's hurt innocent people. while you were describing Tevin, Thorn, I've walked over there and given him a couple taps with my foot just to check to see how lifeless that body is. Well, whoever killed him did us quite the favor, because if he was still alive, then we could have questioned him too, and it maybe got a confession out of him to clear your brother. Why'd you kill him, Tevin?
It wasn't me.
There's a gunshot in him. There's a bullet hole in him. Who was it then?
Reluctantly. Check my brother, and you will see.
I'll go do that. I'll search him.
Poppy has tied up his arms, but he still has that big shawl on him. Get away from me! But as you get closer and move away part of the shawl, you see a holster with a gun in it.
Okay, I will take the gun and I'll wave it at Tevin. And I'm going to lean into Desmond and I'll say, your brother's either going to go down with you or you're going to let him off the hook by confessing to him right here everything that you've done.
Poppy does nervously look at Santos when he says that. Just briefly.
Everything I've done.
That's right. All those innocent people that you kidnapped.
We kidnapped.
Who's we?
That's right, Tevin. You don't remember? You don't remember that night, do you? After all this time, you still have no memory.
What night?
The night you almost died. We were out, deep in the riverfront. Pickles was with us as always, in a dark alley. You don't remember the woman? Black hair, glasses. Called her over to help us get the card out. I did the talking while you were acting frustrated as always, and then once she got too close, you grabbed her and you threw her into the back of the cart, and I started closing it on her as you did too, and she pulled out a knife and she stabbed you. You let her get away.
What? I don't remember this. You don't make stories.
Not a story, Tevin. It's part of you. And then I brought you home that day, and I put you into the body you have today.
There's nothing here, brother. I am nothing but this, as I hit the metal on my chest.
There is so much more than just metal in you. And those memories are in there somewhere, and someday you'll remember that day.
I don't believe you, brother. And I cannot believe that you would lie to me in this way.
How can I have a brother that doesn't even remember me and what we've been through?
Tevin, there's a lot of things that are confusing in this world, including how all of us have memories that are like scrambled eggs. You know what you feel. I know we're new, but let us help you. I don't think he has your best interests at heart.
He's shown nothing but interest in me, and me alone.
Not your best interests. It's different.
I can give you all your memories back, Tevin. I can give you all your memories back.
I would still like to see. I would still like to feel what brother can give me. Do not hurt him.
We're not gonna hurt him.
I'm gonna let go of the rope.
I wrap that rope around my hand, my hand, and I look at Santos, and I'm like, "What now?
What now is that Tevin kills you all.
Why would Tevin want to kill us? I brought him this." I take in my backpack and pull out some screws that are not vaguely in the shape of like a mound. I brought him a muffin.
Once we go home, I'll get all your memories. I'll put you back in your old body, Tevin.
Brother, all you have said is memories will come back, and you will get them, and I will get them. I don't know if there truly are any out there. And if you are to bring them back, then you can do it with all of us. So you will stay with all of us for now.
They want to stop you, Tevin.
Oh, stuff it. I kick him a little bit, just a little.
They want to stop us from being brothers. You've heard it this entire time. They don't care about family. And you know that family's the most important thing. Kill them, Tevin. Now. That's an order.
Those barrels retract back into my arm.
And I will take you. And I'll shut you down myself.
I'm going to step forward. I'm going to get in between Tevin, and I'm going to grab you by your shoulders and just kind of pivot you. Tevin, look at me. Look at me. We're not going to get anywhere right now. We got to take him somewhere else, and we need to straighten this out. But first, me and you need to have a talk. He's been lying to you, Tevin. You have to know that by now. He's been rattling on and on and on right now. I only put up with this so that you can hear it for yourself.
I will tell you now, I don't know who to trust. But I will listen, and I will watch.
We're going to need to move somewhere quietly, Tevin. Your brother's going to be safe, but I'm going to put him to sleep. Just for a moment. Put my arms around him, cut off the air, squeeze just a little bit until he passes out, and then I'm going to let go.
He drops to the ground, still tied up in Poppy's rope. This whole place is a little bit quieter without Desmond crying for Tevin. From across the room, Jackal heading up the stairs with Lenore and Bjorg starting to reflexively and confusedly follow. But for today, that's a wrap.
God,
Wow.
what a freaking episode.
I cannot believe I just yeeted your boss. Oh, wow.
I am very happy.
Thank you all so much for listening. This is a blasty blast of an episode. We very much love you all, and we will see you in just 1 week over on Behind the Scenes, patreon.com/castparty. And we're going to talk about all the things, including Darian getting thrown into a pit. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
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 Walk of Famers. It is time. We are currently preparing for our biannual one-shot run by our wonderful director, Colin. So please be on the lookout regarding emails for scheduling and prep work. Y'all are going to have a blast, and I just know it. Enormous shout out to our Walk of Famers who get to play a one-shot DM'd by Colin probably within the next month. We've got Anne, a new guy, Bass Drop, Dragons, Havoc Hopsack, Dubward, Sainty Love, Eric 5, Heather, Isuik, Jesky Fire, Jonas, Judgment Day, Kaylee, Lexi, Opti, Ryan, Bubba, and Winkle. Be sure to stay tuned. Keep your eyes peeled on your emails and also on the Patreon just in case you miss a post. There will also be more info in the Discord, so make sure you're in there too. Colin is super excited for the one-shots to come, and I hope you all are as well. Thank you all for your love and support, and I hope you have a wonderful day. And we'll see you in Ikaria.